Susan Reacts. 307 Reacts. I'm Matt. That's Chris. You guys are the best audience in the world. And if it looks like it's Monday, it's because it is. I don't know what that...
It's Tuesday. It's the second Monday.
Oh, my God. It's... If it looks like it's Monday, it's because it's Tuesday. And Tuesdays are basically just a second Monday. Yeah, that's it. I literally...
And back in the day is always Wednesday.
thought it was fucking Monday, dude.
No.
God, wow. Okay.
We already had one Monday.
We're almost out of here.
We're having a second.
We got a few videos left. We're going to make it through this just fine. Everything's going to be just fine. We're having a great time. On the screen in front of us, we have Jordan Rowe, Who Needs You, featuring Ashalnd Craft.
Yes.
I don't know any of the names I just read.
I don't either. I saw a little thing on my Instagram Reels. I was like, that guy seems like he's pretty good. I'll check out, see what he has on YouTube. And I was like, okay, well, cool. This one has 2 people, so we'll be introduced to more people. I looked at them both, and Chase Matthew follows both of them, and so does Leroy Biggs.
Okay,
so
independent, the whole thing. So, all right, cool, great.
They're doing things and all that good shit. So.
Well, we always put the comments to the original videos in our description, or the link to our original video in the description of comments. God,
we go through the original video and copy and paste every single comment.
Right in our description, right there. Yeah, so the original link is in our description all the time. So if you want to go over there and subscribe to Jordan Rowe, the link is in our description. Just go there. And then whoever Ashalnd Craft is too, you know, go over and make sure you subscribe there as well. Yeah. Subscribe to us. There's 150,000 of you a month that are not subscribing to us, and we know that because YouTube tells us. So that's like, I think that equates to like 69,000% according to Billy Wilkins. So please,
just 69,000% of you.
please subscribe. We would love that. Yeah. It would literally, it goes way further for us than you would ever know, honestly. And it's just a click of a button for you guys. So let's go, shall we?
Let's get it.
Let's get them.
I like the setting. That's cool.
Single mic. Yeah, I like that.
I got more time to go, throw out a line down at the county line, pond out of love. Got a little more cash these days, I can stash back till I got a good stack saved up. I can buy that new Chevrolet I see every day. I've been wanting forever. Must have a pretty good poker face. I've heard folks say I ain't ever been better. Who needs you in the middle of the night? Waking them up, just look in your eyes. Who needs you to have a love song? Make them think about you when it comes on. Who needs you to have a good time? A cold beer sitting right beside a red wine. Ain't ever looked right to tell the truth. So who needs you? I do.
Dang.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Dang, dude. What's up, Mix? What's up, badass Mix? Like, holy crap, dude.
Really good.
That mix is like, it's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Everything is like, who is that? I am surprised that this is not licensed, because that mix is like, that sounds radio edit. That sounds like a fucking radio edit.
I wonder if Sonny did it, like the guy who produces Leroy Biggs in them.
Maybe.
If
he did, he nailed it. Like, this is a solid mix, man.
Yeah. I mean, even with fucking country punk. I'm fucking forgetting
Lorenzo Cole.
We said the same thing about his mix too.
Solid
like,
mix,
good.
dude. Yeah, like everything is just you can anything you want to pick out. It's super easy to just that. I can pick out every little nuance in there. It's awesome, man.
Yeah,
good job. They're killing it.
I love the story of the song so far. He's he basically says, "Hey man, I work hard at my job. I don't really want for nothing." He goes, "I save my money. I can go out and buy that new Chevy." He's like, pretty much I can have anything I really want, but like, who really needs
what
you?
do I really need?
Nobody really needs you. And he's like, well, I guess I do.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of cool. Like I like that, because a lot of people, and he says that, he goes, he had a line. I might back it up here 10. Let's back it up 10 so I can hear this line again.
There's a Dave Ramsey line, and
or actually, we might have to back it up a little bit.
I don't support everything that Dave Ramsey, goes by, but there is a line that I've heard him say to a few people. They call him up and they're like, "Hey, man, I'm considering selling my truck, and blah 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 to pay this and that and the other. And right now, it's a great time to sell your vehicle because prices are super
horrible time to buy one.
Horrible time to buy, but great time to sell. But he'll tell people, people are like, "Man, I really like the truck," and blah blah blah, and he'll come back and he's like, sell the vehicle. A vehicle is just a thing, right? It's not a person. It's not, at the end of the day, it's just a thing. Like we treat our vehicles like they're someone we know, like they're a loved one or something like that. But it's really not that. I mean, it's just a thing. At the end of the day, it's just that. It's just a vehicle. So like, don't get too attached to the material things, you know. Like he's saying, I could go out. I got a big stack of money. I could go buy that Chevy I see every day. Like, but at the end of the day, man,
don't really need
that stuff. I have what I have, and I go after the things that are more valuable than that, you know.
Yeah.
Let's
I want to see if I can catch this line.
Yeah.
The poker face, I've heard folks say I ain't ever been better. Who needs you in the middle?
I don't think I caught it.
Oh, how
we're gonna
dare
go
you.
one more.
Must have a pretty good poker face. I've heard folks say I ain't ever been better.
He had a line leading up into that one. I can't remember what he says, but it still played into what he just said. He goes, you got to have a pretty good poker face to tell other people I ain't ever been better. Like, he's like, you know, I could have the fancy truck, and maybe I do have the fancy truck and the new truck that I really want, and people think I'm doing fine.
Right, yeah.
But I'm really not.
That's
like
that keeping up with the Joneses thing.
Yeah. That's really cool. I like that he pointed that out.
That materialistic shit, you know.
Let's get into this banger of a chorus.
Who needs you in the middle of the night? Waking them up, just look in your eyes. Who needs you to have a love song? Make them think about you when it comes on. Who needs you to have a good time? A cold beer sitting right beside a red wine. Ain't ever looked right to tell the truth. So who needs you? I do. I don't really care if I'm out anywhere and I see you there with a new guy. I ain't worried about memory lane being down every road in this town. Yeah, right. I guess all I'm saying is that'd be like me saying,
Dude, memory.
Wow.
He's like, I ain't worried about memory lane being down every single street in this town. You know, like, God, relatable, my man. As a guy who has lived in the same city for like 30 fucking years, dude, I mean, any street in this town, I can go down and be like, oh yeah, so this and this. I could probably tell you a story about every street in this, every popular street in this town. You know what I mean? Like, it's relatable. It's definitely relatable.
And I like what he says right after that too. He goes, I ain't worried about that. And then he says something to the effect of like, yeah, right. Like, like I'm going to avoid that.
Yeah, like, I'm, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. At a certain point, like, small town shit. Like,
it just is what it is. You know?
I like that it's, you know, who needs at the end of the day, I'm not worried about my wants. I'm worried about my needs. And what do I need? Like, stop worrying about what you want and start worrying about who needs you. Like, who needs you to be there to have a good time? Who needs you to be there with a beer next to a red wine? You know, like, who?
And, you know, realistically, like, and I think that's why so many people are fucked up with anxiety and depression and shit, is because they're always looking for somebody else other than them to add to them. Because they feel, a lot of people say, well, I don't feel complete without this person.
Is that an insecurity? That's like an insecurity thing, right?
Kinda, yeah. But like, as a society, we've kind of been conditioned that way. Like it's always been for the past 50 years. We need to grow up. You need to get married.
Oh,
get
100
you a
years
job.
at this point, man.
Like, you know, you need to get you a house and this, that. And if you don't have that, well, you're a fucking loser.
A wife and 2 kids and a dog in the backyard and a 2-story house with, 3 bedrooms.
It's like, it's okay to be by yourself. That's cool.
I think people are afraid to be with themselves because people are afraid of their own thoughts a lot of the times, and it is scary. It is, trust me. Yeah, like, it's a little scary to be by yourself sometimes, but self-reflection is a really good thing.
It is. You learn a lot about yourself and you learn a lot about the world.
And sometimes, sometimes being alone with your own thoughts is not the worst thing in the world. Is a little scary, is a little overwhelming, probably, but it needs to be. Like, it's that way for a reason.
It's how you grow.
It's your brain and your subconscious filtering out all the bullshit that you've been storing away forever, and now it's just fucking you're getting that release basically, and it's letting all that shit out. So it's not a bad thing. Everything everything within reason. Like they say everything everything within reason.
And this song
in moderation. That's what it is.
This song is definitely one of those things. Like, the guy just broke up with the girl, or the girl left him, or whatever, And this is one of those stages you go through where after a breakup, you're like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, and it's okay to go through that. That's part of self-discovery.
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
So.
That's part of being alone, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's scary and sometimes it sucks, but that's what makes you human. That's how it works. Let's keep going.
Is that be like me saying, who needs you in the middle of the night, waking them up just to look in your eyes? Who needs you to have a love song, make them think about you when it comes on? Who needs you to have a good time, a cold beer sitting right beside a red wine? Ain't nothing looked right to tell the truth. So who needs you? Well, I do, 'cause baby I can't let.
Sorry, before we get into this bridge, I want to go back and listen to this chorus again. So they're doing a harmony where maybe he's holding down originally, here's my original thought. He's holding down the root, she's riding on the fifth, and they follow each other exactly note for note.
Yeah.
But I think there's a spot where they cross over and she's actually singing the lower note.
Really?
So I want to listen to this again and actually
go.
really listen.
Who needs you to have a good time, a cold beer sitting right beside a red wine? Ain't nothing looked right to tell the truth. So who needs you? Well, I do.
Okay, maybe not.
Maybe they landed on the same note right there at the end. I think they
did
landed together, and it almost sounded like she went lower, but I think they just landed on the same. Yeah. Which,
man, that was a trip. That would have been dope, though.
Close enough, you know.
I've done. I used to date this girl in high school. She went to a high school in Denver specifically for music. I was a little jealous, okay, but she was a great guitar player, whatever. And we would get together and do a cover of Whiskey Lullaby, and I would actually sing the high harmony for that, and she would sing the lead.
Yeah.
Which it's called cross voicing when you do something like that, where she's actually singing a lower note than what I am,
and she's a natural higher register than you.
Yeah, and it's
cool.
It's something. It's
really cool.
It sounds cool.
And maybe that's part of the allure that I like about some punk rock female vocalists is that a lot of them kind of sing in a lower register like that, and it's kind of interesting to hear them be able to manipulate their voices in ways similar to the way that men can do it, you know, and then but at the same time they can come into these different parts where it's like, oh my god, wow, okay, men can't do that part though, like a dude can't do that. Some of them can, but yeah, Craig Owens, some of them can, but it's pretty impressive, man. Like, it is the human voice, man.
Their voices they're so into
these guys
each other.
They're right on spot, man.
Do not miss.
Yeah, they have not missed a single note.
Every word ends at the exact same time. There's no snakes in the room.
Yeah, dude.
Basically, where people end on a T or an S, and they land just a half a millisecond or whatever just off of one another. They don't. They land exactly together.
This production is like it's spot on. I have not found a single imperfection in this production.
No.
I've been listening really close, and like even the drum fills right here is like and like it's. Everything is right there. I don't know if they're samples. I don't know if they're live drums, but whoever put it together, man, they did a very, very professional job. Way to go. Let's go. Oh.
Baby, I can't let somebody new be who needs you, 'cause baby, I do. Yeah, baby, I do.
Oh. Speaking of cross voicing, they just did it there.
Did they?
On You.
Okay.
You, 'cause baby, I do. Yeah, baby, I do.
Oh, maybe.
But I just not backed
they
it
not
up far enough? Or am I tripping? I might just be tripping,
Are you
bro.
tripping again?
I can't let somebody new be who needs you, 'cause baby,
Maybe it was right there.
It might. They might have just landed at the same
tell the truth. So who needs you? Well, I do, 'cause baby, I can't let somebody new.
She was underneath right there.
Right there.
Right, just
That's
for a
the
few
part.
notes, she was right underneath. I mean, it's just a few notes she's underneath there, and then she comes back up to the top again.
I'm not. I heard it. I just
It's
don't
in
know
there.
where
It's
I
not
heard
the
it.
right spot. Yeah.
Like what the hell? Okay.
And it only happens for a few words, and then she's right back out of it again.
Listen.
So yeah.
When I tell you it's been a second Monday, okay?
I called it Monday.
I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm covered in bullshit. Okay. This van has been fucking me. Anyway, let's get back to it. My brains are scrambled. Here we go. You missed it? God, dude, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Here we are, Monday afternoon. God damn it.
Baby, I do. Who needs you in the middle of the night? Waking them up, just look in your eyes. Who needs you to have a love song? Make them think about you when it comes on. Who needs you to have a good time? A cold beer sitting right beside a red wine. Ain't ever looked right to tell the truth. So who needs you? Baby, who needs you? I do. Baby, I do.
Ooh, it's a nice little layer. Yeah, it's not a nice little layer. Nice little layer there.
That's really nice.
Good little reiteration too of like some important lines where he's like, I got all this money saved up. I got these things. Like, it's also kind of like
I mean, literally tied it back to the beginning of the song.
Yeah. And it's also, I like that he doesn't include like it's almost like a, maybe it wasn't intended, but it's almost like a subtle flex too at the end where it's like, because he didn't add the, like, I don't necessarily need that stuff. He just kind of went with the, I got a lot of money stacked up and a lot of things saved up. I'm out here making songs, you know, like that kind of a thing. Yeah. Like, got money to make songs, man. So, and they sat that production is insane, man. Those are the kind of mixes that I strive for. Like, I mean, that sounded like a radio ready mix. The vocals are just right down the center, and they're not on top, they're not underneath. They're just somehow they just sit right in this little sandwich area, and you can just hear all of them, man. How do they? I don't know, man. There's so much more for me to learn. There's so much more in the world of recording for me to learn. Dude, I know just enough to get me in trouble and make some decent sounding stuff, but man, there's been some things over the last couple weeks that I'm like, fuck, dude, these guys are out here. Billy Wilkins, Jesus, dude, like his last production is insane. Yeah. Like, and I know a lot of it's digital, but it's mixed very well.
Yeah. No, man, like,
work to do, man.
There's a lot of songs that come across country radio, like every once in a while, and I typically don't listen to the radio. I have Bluetooth in my truck. Or if I'm riding in the blue truck, I have a Tom McDonald CD that just
that just plays over. I've heard that CD several times. That's the Brave, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'll turn on country radio just to see if they've happened to change it from 10 years ago, and typically they haven't. But there are some songs. I was driving out to Kenna's, and I was in the blue truck, which is not a bastion of great listening, okay? Because the speakers in that truck, they're from '93. Like,
it's got the dash speakers.
There's no acoustics. Yeah. There's no door speakers.
It's just
two speakers in the dash blasting into the windshield that then reflect off the metal roof
and the
then the back window and then hit you.
Speakers, I'm pretty sure, are stock. I don't think they've ever been replaced.
No.
Yeah, they're stock speakers. So like they're 1991. And if they're anything like the 1991 speakers that are in my Toyota,
they're not great.
They're not great.
It is not a bastion of great listening.
They're not great. I know that.
So that being said,
and then the back right speaker fucking turns on for some reason, and when you hit the driver's side door, like
hey, at least you got more than two.
I got every once in a while you hit a bump right, and it's like, and then zen gets louder, and you're like, damn, that sounds pretty nice. That's pretty.
No, but even with those shitty speakers, I was listening to
send parts. Right. Send parts.
I was listening to 95.5, right?
Yeah.
And they had one of Luke Combs' new songs come on. And I was listening to it, and I'm like,
not good.
I mean, the song is okay. Like, Luke Combs, well, whoever's writing his music for him or co-writing with him, the music was okay. But I was listening to the mix, I'm like,
yeah?
Why is the bass buried so deep? And I mean, with that truck, you typically don't get bass coming through those.
It is not a bastion.
It's not a bastion for great listening, okay? But I was listening to this, and it sounded like there was no the bass drum from the kick drum from the actual, they tried to replicate a real kit. Yeah, it was very
It's like hitting paper.
It sounded like you took a piece of shingle from a house and dropped it in a stone bowl. Just tink,
and you were just like
tink,
slapping it on the driveway.
Tink.
Okay.
It had a tinky noise to it. I was like, what?
Had
the
a high
fuck?
frequency.
So I was like, it might just be the truck. So I was like, because I typically don't listen to mix when I'm driving, but this was so bad that I'm like, I got to look it up on my phone. So I pulled it up on my phone and I'm like,
it's still there.
No, that is still. What the fuck is that?
Weird.
And so here's the thing. Jordan Rowe, if you've made it this far, if you're watching,
if you come across it, yeah.
If you guys come across. By the way, Ashalnd Kraft has a fantastic voice. I would love to hear more of the both of you together and both of you individually.
Other than the fact that country is not my cup of tea, I have nothing bad to say about this.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. The mix is there. Your vocals are there. You guys are great singers. The instruments are there. The chorus lights all the way up. The setting is good. The video is great. You guys have perfect harmony.
Man,
what a simple setting. What an easy video. Yeah. What a great song. What a good mix.
What I'm getting at, Jordan Rowe, is whoever's producing your music, well, you can tell Luke Combs' team to suck your ass.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Oh my God, league's better.
Keep your team for sure, because whoever's making your shit is absolutely crushing the game.
Killing it.
I don't know if
Killing it.
Again, I don't know if it's.
I don't know if it's Sunny.
I don't know
if
it
is.
I know that. I think Easy Drummer has a country expansion pack. They've got metal and punk and all that shit.
Go ahead and hit escape. Let's go ahead and look at the see if they mention a producer.
Oh yeah, that's good. Actually, let's go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Hit more here. Lyrics. Shot by. They got the camera working there. So shout outs to Emma Golden. Good job. Jordan Rowe.
Cole Taylor. Cole Taylor must have been the instrumentalist, maybe.
Could be, possibly.
Okay.
No producer, which is normal. That's usually pretty normal. Producers don't get a lot of credit on stuff like this. Yeah. Usually on low budget productions.
Yeah.
But regardless, whoever it is, keep them on board because they are absolutely killing the game. Good for them. I know, like I said, all these companies have drum expansions for samples that have country, metal, pop, punk, all that stuff. Maybe you're using some of those on it. It doesn't matter. Again, I'm just about a good production, and that was fire. So way to go.
Yeah.
Absolute killer. 5 out of 5.
Phenomenal.
5 out of 5 backwards
5 out of 5 all day long, all day, every day. Jordan Rowe, hit us up on Instagram if you come across this. I may even just send it to you. Be like, who the fuck is this guy? Well, now you know. Look who got a letter. Okay, anyway, if you guys like this video as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, show Jordan and Ashalnd some love, and
I'm just flailing my
hit
arms
the bell.
at this point.
Become part of the notification gang. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Bow.
Oh, Jesus. Dropped my water bottle.
The fuck are
Everyone
you
calm
doing?
down. We're going to be fine. Everyone have fun. You better accept that shit. You got 31 days, bro.
Oh, invited me to manage, huh?
Holy fuck, that took forever. Okay, is everything recording? That's going. Wow. Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and decline.
After all that, I think I'll just quit. 5 minutes of total tomfuckery at the beginning of this episode. Matt, have fun with that one. And are we ready? Are we finally fucking ready? You got Facebook access, and now you can reply to all the Susans with me.
Boom, and now I can switch back and forth. This is wonderful.
There we go.
Cool.